Hey guys, Ryan here from Indy Wrestling School, and today we're talking about the biggest show of my career coming up. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing below. We put out new videos every single Thursday for 3 Minute Thursday. So the world has gone upside down in the last year. The curve, so to speak, of the pandemic started to go down significantly over the summer. So we made the call to go ahead and try to do our September show. And to my knowledge, we're the first show out there that did temperature checks and stuff like that at the door. Now, most of these shows are doing pretty much what we have done. We socially distance all the parties that came together. We separated them 10 feet apart to be on the overly cautious side. Everybody was required to wear masks the entire time. We had hand sanitizing stations, and we checked everybody's temperature, both wrestlers, staff, and everybody coming into the building for fans. Because we wanted to do this as safe as possible, and we wanted to kind of be the standard bearer. And ironically, this show was the ECWA Super 8 tournament, which is the longest running tournament really in independent wrestling today. And I remember reading about this tournament as a kid growing up. So I just kind of wanted to walk you through the day and what I went through that day. But we exercised as much caution as we could during the day. There'd be no issues. And luckily, now that we're a couple months removed, we can say that it was a successful event. There was no spread of the virus or anything like that, so we're happy with that. Now, one thing that might be a little unique is I'm very organized and I'm very prepared going into a show, but I wanted to do something different, and to me, looking back at it, it's very weird that I chose to do this on the Super 8, which is arguably the biggest show of my career, but I basically had the 8 people in the tournament, and that was it. I didn't have a winner in mind. I didn't have a match in mind. I literally got to the building with a blank tournament and I planned out the show. So this is something I've never done before. I just kind of wanted to try something new, and basically when I got to the venue, I decided what the show would be. I decided who the winners would be, and that's basically the way the show went. I essentially winged it. Obviously everybody knew what the matches were gonna be before the show started, but I get to the building around 1 o'clock. The show started at 7. I probably had the show figured out by 3 or 4, so that's usually when people are getting there. So by the time people were getting there, they knew what their matches were. The only thing I didn't have figured out was the finals. I had 2 guys in the finals, and I did not have the winner decided. So what I actually did was I went up to a couple of the people that I trust to vote. I went to our 2 commentators. I went to a representative from IWTV, which is the independent wrestling channel. I went to John Finnegan, Joe Zanoli, who were a big part of ECWA and ECW, respectively, and had everybody vote. I went to the owner of Synergy Wrestling, Colin West, had him vote, and basically I took everybody's vote, and my vote would have been the tiebreaker if we needed it, because I think I had 6 people voting, so it could have been 3 and 3. But luckily, the winner was already decided. I didn't need to break the tie there, and that's the winner that happened that night. So it was all very spur of the moment, last minute. And it was really cool to do a show like that, especially when it was literally the biggest show of my career. The feedback for the show was amazing. Like for 24 hours following the show, I couldn't find a negative post about it. I'm sure there's some out there. I just didn't see any. It was literally, it was an overwhelming experience for me because I've never gotten so much positive feedback or any feedback like that. Like it just kept coming and coming and coming, and it never stopped. And then, in the days afterwards, the show was streamed live on IWTV, and more praise and more people watching the show. So I just felt very happy with the way the show came out. I think everybody involved did a great job, and it was really one of the most fun experiences I've ever had. So I just wanted to throw some clips up here so you guys can kind of check out what it was like that day, running a wrestling show in the midst of a pandemic.
As you can see, Ryan is getting the cables ready for tonight. Very important job.
Everything is an important job.
Yeah. Here's the card for tonight.
Well, you take it off when you go in the back.
Okay. I think we're just gonna do it like we normally do because we didn't realize this was.
I see you like for how many weeks now taking my deliveries. I'm kind of upset.
Man on the street, who do you think will win tonight's Super 8? Okay, that's your prediction. You don't know.
You're in the main landing?
No, we got my parents got a big trip.
Oh, shit, you're right.
They got it.
Well, look, what did I talk to?
Better, but now it's better.
That's all for this week. Thank you so much for watching this. If you like this video, please beat the out of the like button, and I'll see you next week for 3 Minute Thursday.